Hello, beautiful people. Me, Vanessa Prom here, your international junior miss, junior teen. And today, we're going to be reacting to my performances at internationals. Just look at this dress. I love the fringe, and the Ashley Loren dresses were just gorgeous. I made sure I was moving those hips from side to side and elongating my legs as much as I could to give as much movement in my body, because I was a preteen last year representing the Philippines, and this year as a junior teen, it's a big jump. So I had to make sure I really walked like a junior teen, and when I said my name, I made sure that I said it with utmost pride. And the dances and the rehearsals were probably the most fun and the highlight of my week. I remember right before we were heading down from the elevators and walking like a mile to go to the room, we were just like, okay, top 12 is our goal. And when I was called 4th, I was like, phew, I'd rather not be called 12th, because there were 32 amazing young women and they brought their A game. And going from 32 to 12 is 20 girls cut, and that is just a big deal. And I was just so grateful to make it so far, especially because when I was called, I was just so grateful. I was like, because I was kind of surprised, because these girls were amazing. I'm 14 and I was one of the youngest. Being up there with legends and so many talented young women was just an honor. Fun fashion is probably one of my favorite competitions ever, and this outfit just resembles who I am. My name is Vanessa, and that means my butterfly. And this custom made fun fashion, it has fringe and the sparkles, looks like I'm glistening, and I love the wings. It looks like I'm just flying, and I just spread my wings and fly. And all of my sessions with Michaela and Benjamin Diaz from Puerto Rico all paid off. I remember I would practice in my heels every single night, even on a school night when I'm tired and I just finished lifting weights and doing homework. And I remember the fringe would fall off. My mom actually sewed it really tight so they would never fall off, and I am just myself. I become a different person. I just transform on stage. And I just love that this is a moment that I will treasure forever, because I was just the best version of myself, connecting with the judges, and I was giving it my all. In this moment, when they were narrowing it from a top 12 to a top 5, this is the first time they did it. Last year, they had the top 12 recompete in both fun fashion and evening gown. And I made sure that I would hold hands with Hansika and Larissa, because I just wanted someone to hold on to in this moment, because there's just so much pressure. But I didn't get to hold on to their hands for long, because they called me first for top 5. And I'm actually very happy about that. I'd rather not wait and have that anticipation till the end if being called last. So this was when I was just so relieved and just grateful, because I did not expect to make the top 5 at all, because the caliber of the girls was just top notch, and everyone came in so confident and pristine, and you couldn't really see a clear winner in my eyes, because everyone was just phenomenal, and getting to know them throughout the week and just being there in the gown of my dreams, it meant the world to me. In gown, they played such a treasured song, and it was As It Was by Harry Styles. All of the girls in my division got the same song, like Rain on Me for fun fashion, and that was by Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga, by the way. And this gown, when I went to the Sherry Hill party with the IJM pageant powerhouse last year in August, Sherry Hill actually came up to me and she said, "I love that gown on you." And I was like, yes, this is the gown of my dreams, and it just radiates on stage. It's just so me, and it's who I am, and just the ruffles and the glistening. And I made sure that I scanned the judges, because last year I was just like, and bye, and I didn't hold my poses. But this year I made sure this is my moment, and usually there are girls on the left and the right of you on the holding and the on deck spot, but on this stage it's just me. I'm just the only one on that stage, and I'm just there, and I'm taking it up and soaking in the moment. And usually we practice the side that we go on, because Usually I enter on the left side and then I leave the right side. But this side, I had to think differently because I enter the right side and leave the left side. So thankfully, I did it right and I did my turns the opposite way so I could leave the left side much more elegantly, because this is evening gown. This is like the princess queen moment. This is the most dramatic moment of the night, I would say. It is the final look, and this is where all of the girls come back again and they say, will it be? Who will it be? It might be. And this is the moment where we are just there. And I remember last year when I was there in the presence and in my element, I was just like and I was just not sure what I was doing. But this year I knew I had to take my time and to look at each judge and also in the audience. And surprisingly, I saw my family out there and it just warmed my heart, because just making it this far is just a huge accomplishment. Even making first runner-up, second runner-up, third runner-up, or even fourth runner-up, heck, even top 12 is just amazing, because it's top 12 in the world. I was competing with Australia, South Africa, United Kingdom, and Haiti, and those girls brought it. They brought it, and that's why you just never know in pageants, and you just have to hope for the best. I remember backstage, I would always pray to God, whatever happens, I trust in you, and I believe if it is my time, then it is meant to be. This was one of the awards that I was very excited about. It was Best Evening Gown. It was one of the very first mini optionals announced, and I was like, oh my gosh, me! And if you love the gown and you show it, it will radiate on stage. And I'm so glad that it translated and showed others that yes, my confidence was there, because it was the gown I'm in, not only the gown but also how I felt in it. And I also got best interview. All of my sessions with Faith that would last over an hour actually paid off, and I am just so grateful for this opportunity. I remember I had 233 Pageant Planet questions I would print it out on a paper and then I would snip them up and put them in a box, and I would answer 15 a day, and they were very difficult, but they all paid off in the end when I made sure that I would be prepared for any question. There was no resume, so they could ask you anything. There wasn't even a personal introduction, so once you're there, they can ask you anything you want. So you just have to make sure you can think on your feet and you can answer in a way that you can incorporate your personal brand and who you are as a person as the best version of yourself. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. I thought, oh, I'll just get third runner-up or fourth runner-up or even second runner-up or even first runner-up again, because I did not expect to win at all, because these girls all were so deserving, and I just knew that keeping up with the social medias that they worked for it. Even me, I would post like at 1 a.m. on a school night because I just love the meaning of the organization. And when I was holding hands with Missouri, I said, whatever happens, I am proud of you. And I just looks like I'm hyperventilating in this situation because I just felt all of the hard work and perseverance just come back to me. And look at my look on my face, literally disbelief. Carlos was like, yes, and my mom was bawling, crying, and I was like, what, me? The judges were giving a standing ovation. May crowned me, and oh my goodness, this is a moment I'll never forget. Every time I watch it, it's just all of the feelings rush back to me, because not everyone sees the blood, sweat, and tears that go into working so hard and dedicating so much time of your life. And I did not realize that there was fire in the back of me until I watched a video, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is I actually did it. I remember in August when I decided I wanted to compete, I had a butterfly whiteboard and it said, I wrote IJM junior teen, and I knew then that if I believe it, I can achieve it. If this is not a legendary moment, I don't know what is. Me and Jordan came up next to Faith. Faith was crying and she was just so grateful, just as I did, because I remember when we have our sessions every week on Zoom, it would be 30 minutes, but then it would last like an hour and a half just talking about how we're doing and our preparations up to the pageant, because we always wanted to be sister queens. And we finally did it. I hugged her, I was in disbelief, and then when I waved, there was in my bouquet a leaf that just flew across the room. And it was so funny. My grandma was actually on FaceTime, she was crying. My dad was yelling. Deanna and Kaylee were also cheering as loud as can be. And my Filipino community was holding Philippine flags up in the air. I'm just so grateful to have represented the country that my mom was born in, but also the country my grandparents immigrated from. And this was just an honor just to represent, but also now to represent the world and just show that this is the crown of opportunities and that we are better together, and this organization is growing confidence. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share on all social media platforms. I love you all so much, and I hope you enjoyed my reactions and seeing the little behind the scenes of what it took. Also, lots of tripping in my gown and alterations, but it was worth it. My hairstylist, John Paul, was also crying. I'm just so grateful for all of your support. So, see you later, Fly Fam!